Hey guys, Hellborn here, also known as Lee Elsom. I'm the project lead for 2017 for Arma 3. Just gonna, before we get into a recap, just gonna pass you over to the other guys so they can introduce themselves.
Hello, my name is Dennis Zitterman. I'm the lead developer of 2017.
And I am Shin Kicker, Luke, and I'm the artistic lead, the bringer of sickness.
Okay guys, just give you a bit of a recap. We've made a lot of progress this month, especially in regards to the artistic elements. As Shin is now obviously the artistic lead, we've had some new guys join in, and we've added in quite a bit of content to help obviously bulk out the substance of 2017. It's really starting to take shape. It's really starting to look like the way we want it to be. We've also done some code refinements that I'll let Dennis talk about. And obviously, in regards to some of the features that obviously you guys want us to reveal, I'll get to that a bit later when we sort of address the sort of Q&A that we've had on our forums. We've had some really good feedback from the forums, but I'll address that a little bit later. For now, I'll just pass you over to Dennis, who will update you with what we've done code-wise for this month.
All right, yeah, we've done a lot this past month. We've been working a lot on improving the code, the loading of the joining a server in and loading of the Altus map and then actually going into the game. For example, one question on the forum we had was random spawn points, and that's something I've worked on personally a lot. And right now it's actually completely random, so you don't have set positions that's been chosen from, but instead it's actually completely random. So every time you'll have a completely different experience. You might end up from one side of the map to the other side of the map. Some other things we've been working on is weather, which is actually also mentioned in the forums. So that's quite funny that ties in with each other. Yeah, we've worked a lot on making that synchronized with each other, because in default Arma that's not really synchronized, but yeah, we're trying to do that. Something else we've been working on a lot is the fatigue. We've of course used the Arma 3 default system, but we're also trying to extend upon that and try to make all our survival elements balance between the fatigue, including actually body temperature, etc. Something else that's also been a common question asked on the forums is sanity. We're working actually a lot on sanity, but we can't really say too much. What I can say though is that it will definitely affect your character, and it will tie in a lot with player interaction. So it will be actually based upon player interaction and interaction with other environment, with other things in the environment. Some other questions that have been asked is a lot of stuff to do with the website and maybe some statistics, etc. Yes, we're going to implement those. We're trying to really make sure that everything ties in. We get as much data from the player as possible, so we can really form some, nice statistics for your player, keep track of what you're doing, and maybe make some public, maybe make some not, and just bring, as I said in the last devlog, just bring some social aspect to it also outside of the game. And I think it's good to pass it back to Lino.
Yeah, sure. So what I'm going to do is, from this sort of segment now, we've got some pretty good footage from Shin Kicker. Obviously, as I mentioned earlier, he's our artistic lead. He'll be showcasing now some of the obviously the newer elements that we've added recently. So I'll just pass you over to him, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it.
So it's mostly been character skins, and this has been a collaboration between myself and our new texture artist, Dr. Dentist, or Doc as we fondly refer to him. So here you can see this is something that we completely designed and modelled and textured ourselves, and it's weighed to the armor skeleton. So go away, Steam. So there should be it follows the contour of the body quite nicely. There's a few little glitchy bits. There's some shadow lods that I need to fix up, but generally it's in quite good shape. And there's also a modular clothing system, which was that a rabbit? No, it's a leaf. There's also a modular clothing system which I will go into a bit more quite soon, because some of you would have seen the naked skin and wondered what the hell we were up to. Well, you'll see why we have that. So just while I'm here, this is some really nice work that's been done by Tim. He's started to introduce a lot of customized map features, so it really has made the Altis look a lot more like it's been through a tough time. So let's go and see if we can find some other clothes so that we can change. Oh, look at that. How's that for a bit of luck? Okay, so let's just grab the M16 while we're there. So what we can do now is if we come over to here and we can drop our clothes onto the floor, and you'll see right away there's a new floor model for the clothes, and we've obviously got the naked skin as well. Now the reason we did this is not out of our love of manly figures and genitalia in the air. It's because we thought that it was a bit daft that there was a player skin, a basic body under the main skin, which had a pair of clean white boxer shorts and a clean white t-shirt, because realistically the world's gone to shit, so you're not going to be able to pop down to Marks and Spencer's to buy some new underwear. So that's the reason that we've done this, and obviously I'm sure a few players will love to go run free through the wilderness naked and troll people, so they'll be able to do that as well. So anyhow, let's go back here, and you'll see what happens is if we find some clothing dropped on the floor by another survivor, we should be able to pick it up, and we can't. What's gone wrong there? Okay, let's try this. Okay, here we go. So, and we've got some clothes on again. Now I should mention these are actually the old clothes that we are outphasing. We're going to replace these with our own clothing system, our own clothing models rather, that are going to be in a HD texture, but we've got these in as placeholders still. So that kind of covers what I wanted to show for now. There's just something else I wanted to address as well before I show you our next piece of content in our pipeline. And there's been the trailer this week, so there's been a lot of talk upon the mod and what is it, and a lot of people have actually been saying, we've actually had people say, oh my god, Warzed, and it's like, well, no, this is free. There's no money being taken for this. It's a free mod. It's, you know, if you don't like it, don't play it. You know, don't waste your time playing something you don't like. And the other one that we've had as well is people saying, oh my god, zombies, not more zombies. And I can understand them saying that because it is a saturated market, but we are not going to have zombies in this game. We were going to. They were going to be in small numbers. They weren't going to be of a similar type that you've seen before. We were going to have a kind of an infected human beast, but we're going to get rid of that, and we're going to focus on the other creature types that we've designed for this world. Now it's looking a bit it's a bit rainy at the moment, it's looking a bit bright, but how this will work and how this will feel, well, let me just say, our main focus is not to simulate survival, it's to simulate horror. We're really going big on the open world horror part, so it's really going to be a case of this. Obviously we don't have these agents spawning in at the moment, but they're not going to be predictable. You're not going to sort of find them in predictable places, like standing just here in the road. They're gonna follow you. They're gonna creep up on you. They might turn up in big numbers. A lot of the time they might turn up solo, and they might turn up when you're on your own, and you might be going through a building and you come around a corner into a room and there'll be one standing there looking at you. So that's the sort of thing we're going for. We're really going for a horror world, and that's why we have this, you know, this sanity system and this whole thing of how you interact with the world, because that will really sort of determine what you experience within the world. Okay, so we're just going to show you one of our characters that's currently being developed to go in game. This is obviously a very early prototype. It's yet to be detailed. There needs to be some details that are put in here, and then it will be textured and brought into game. But this particular character, we call them the Sadist, and their main thing is that they're somebody that probably at a very young age something happened, had a lot of self-esteem issues, and then developed into this sadistic character. They probably started off by harmlessly, or maybe not so harmlessly, pulling the wings off of flies, torturing cats, and that eventually escalated into humans. So this is one of the characters that you will meet in the world, and they're somebody that they're obviously a beast because they feed well, they'll steal, they'll take from the needy. You know, they're just totally out for their own gratification. In fact, they love the world as it is. They love the fact that everything's gone to shit and there's anarchy, there's no law, and they can do whatever they want. So yeah, this is one of the savoury characters that you will meet within the 2017 universe. So just to show how we're not going to focus on zombies, you know, this is going to be very different to what we've done before, and we are going to focus on the horror part. So, you know, we're looking forward to you meeting this sort of character in a room, in a house, in the middle of the night when you're on your own. So that's the sort of thing we are going for. So I will continue, and the rest of the team will continue to show you more characters as we develop them, and then eventually you'll start to see, well, probably when you get the game, you will start to see the dynamics of these players and how they interact into the world and become who they are. So yeah.
So as you can see, hopefully that gives you guys some scope of what we're trying to achieve, and obviously where we are sitting just in only a month. We've achieved so much. Right at this present moment, I just want to sort of address a couple of other questions or a couple of questions from the forum that some of you guys have asked. Just a couple of ones. Yes, one of the regular questions that we get is weapons going to be moddable? Short answer is yes, they are going to be. You'll be able to add various different attachments, and in regards to crafting them or finding them, we want to give you the freedom of being able to do both. And another question would be beards. Are we going to have beards? Yes. Short answer is yes, we definitely want beards. We want to show like a natural progression of growing a beard as well, which is pretty awesome. I believe Dennis obviously highlighted the sort of the fatigue, which is pretty good. That's all cleared. Got nothing else to say because Dennis covered it all. Okay, so obviously as you guys can see, we've tried to address some questions. We can't address all the questions. You have to understand that. We don't want to reveal too much. We don't want to give too much away. We want to try and obviously A, keep you guys interested, and B, refine some of the things that we do have planned. Want to give a couple of shout outs, especially to the supporters that we've had in the past month or so. It's been absolutely amazing. Your donations is helping us so much in regards to getting a strong foundation ready for any kind of release that we have. So I just want to reel off some names for all the supporters that we have. We have, I believe his name's Soad, of SOAD, sorry if I pronounced that wrong. We have Mansin, we have Tyler, Cuball 666, we have Stealth, Jaden and Keldar. You guys are amazing. We love you so much here in the development team. We're going to give out some external shout outs to PC Gamer for posting an awesome article on their website. It's absolutely it was mind-blowing when we obviously found out that's what they did. Some really kind words were said, and you know, thank you very much, guys. Want to give a shout out to GameSparks as well, and some of the Japanese sites that have obviously posted obviously our little teaser trailer that we released just not long ago. Also want to basically highlight and give a shout out to some of the new team members that we've had during this month. One of those is Tim Barros from the UK. He's helping us greatly. He's amazing. We have Dr. Dentis from Malaysia. We have Sasha from the Netherlands. We have Get Out of Fashion from Germany. And we also have Jonathan Babcock from the US. These guys are contributing quite nicely to the team. They all have various different roles that they're fulfilling. If you've been following our tweets, you guys should be up to date with exactly what their roles are, which is mind-blowing. I also want to reveal that a pre-closed alpha has begun, which will be just internally with our testers. It's just to test the foundations of the mod and to gauge performance. So obviously that builds up to just our closed alpha launch, which we hope we will be able to release soon, because progress has been really good for the past month, and everything is looking really great. I also want to give a shout out to Carwin. He's done some amazing work with the trailer, and he's helping us here with obviously monitoring the monitoring our 2017 channel as well. He's our media guy in the background, so you know some of this wouldn't have been possible without his input. So it's best to give him a shout out as well while we're here. So as always, thank you guys for joining us. We tried to keep it as short as possible. We will be giving you regular updates if you follow us on our Twitter and subscribe to us on our YouTube as well. So whenever we post new content, you guys will be up to date instantly. And sign up to our forums as well. Contribute as much as possible. Any input is good input, in my opinion. So hopefully we'll see you guys very soon. And thanks for watching and have a wonderful time. Thanks.